We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
DeAndre Swift.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They go play action. Now Mahomes going for the deep ball. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Christian McCaffrey.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Got a man, it's Mims. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Indianapolis.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he locates LaVisca Chenault, the rookie from Colorado. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Swift, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
4 makes it 3rd and 2.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 at the Browns.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. From the gun, Haskins. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one.
No score.
Four yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
At the 15-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Haskins. That's caught right side by Mims. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal at the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So that'll back him up 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Complete.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free. Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian McCaffrey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts 14, Browns nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its fourth. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Akers. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Play action. Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. picked off by Troy Pride. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
By the Colts.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Gain of 7.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56 yellow. 56 to Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And I do believe the offense got this back. Goodness, they did. Their own 1-yard line is where they got it back, cutting it close here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
The 11-yard line.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The gun, Haskins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Haskins looking for Campbell downfield. And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 89 yards. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield. And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving. Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right? In that case, he left me a long time ago. Come on now. Trust me. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Ocean front residences, 3 different ones a week.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And Josh Hill has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Mahomes now on first down. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
15, 15, 15. 3, Mike, 3. Combo. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 19. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He's checking crowd. Shield. Hatchet.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
at the 9-yard line.
Here's Swift. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Colts' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Yellow. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 3. Mike 3. Here I come.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Colts.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Back. Check.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They can't hang with us. Check. Showing it.
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins looking for Campbell downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Nothing.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 2nd and 11 now, Haskins looking for Campbell downfield. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted, 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Brandon, I know it's hard to believe sometimes that a guy who was rated the top 5 running backs in the draft could be a little bit underrated, but I thought that about Cam Akers. One of my favorite runners in this draft. We just saw that ability right there. Great vision, terrific speed, has the power to run through tackles and make big plays. Remember, he was the #1 high school kid coming out. Now he's exhibiting that talent in the NFL.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Akers, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends. They're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Browns on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Got a man, Slayton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mahomes to throw once more. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Derek Brown in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, connection made with Shenault. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Sacked by Josh Allen. A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Indianapolis, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank